Hi everyone, and welcome to Dialogue, the dialogue on analog music reproduction. Today we're going to talk about a fundamental item regarding turntables. A much discussed topic actually. What am I talking about? Turntable mats. Let's take a look. So, you got your new turntable, and you're just not satisfied completely with the sound you're obtaining from it. And a typical tweak that new buyers of turntables, or when you just have your new turntable, is to try to substitute the standard mat. Usually, if we're talking about a normal quality type of turntable, the felt mat, which is a good idea actually. Felt mats are rather bad. I mean, they're absolutely not to prefer when you have to try to choose a new turntable mat. Although I must say that this is a very delicate argument, very delicate topic, because it's impossible to just suggest or recommend a specific turntable mat. That's completely impossible. Do not listen to anyone who says something like that, because you can't. It depends completely on what kind of turntable you have. If it's belt drive, if it's direct drive, if it's made of brass, if it's made of aluminum, which means the materials, the weight itself of the platter of the whole turntable. I mean, there's lots of parameters. Everything turns out to sum up in the final quality of the music signal. So even the rest of your components could also influence that aspect. So what's a good idea? A good idea is obviously to try to experiment, to explore 2 or 3 typologies. You can mainly go to very hard typologies of turntable mats or kind of soft turntable mats. More or less we have these two divisions. Like, for example, a lot of people use solid brass, for example, as a turntable mat, or even another vinyl record itself as a turntable mat. Or another excellent idea back in the 70s, which still goes on, is a crystal turntable mat, like glass, mainly, a very high quality type of glass, which like Nagaoka was producing it until a few years ago, but also other labels are now producing something like that. Because in most cases, I must say that a hard, against a common knowledge, a hard turntable mat is better than a soft turntable mat. But it depends. It depends. Like, for example, most of the Technics models come with this flappy turntable, which is just a normal rubber turntable standard, which I must say, for example, in my Technics turntable, turned out to be an excellent mat if compared to other typologies. This is kind of shocking because someone would say, well, this is just the standard mat which is coming with the turntable. It can't be that good. Well, actually, it is kind of good. I must say, it is kind of good. So experiment. You must experiment. For example, another typology of mat, which a lot of people are using, which think it's great, is something like this, made out of cork. Yes. In fact, it's very easy and very cheap to do. To find just a piece of cork, you can also cut it by yourself and put it on your turntable and see what comes out. Like this typology has also leather on the other side, which is cool. It's a combination. This is a wooden bull turntable mat, which has the combination of cork and leather, because another typology, very common, popular typology, is a leather turntable mat, as we were discussing about hard turntable mats and soft turntable mats. Well, leather is very popular. I'm not a big fan of leather. I'm not a big fan of cork. I'm not a big fan of both of them together, actually. But I'm talking about my Technics SL1200G turntable, which doesn't mean that with another typology these would be good, these would be perfect. Before this I had a Clear Audio Emotion turntable, which was pure acrylic, and I never put anything on top of the platter. I just used the turntable itself, which was made of acrylic, a hard surface, which I think is the best. In the end, I finally managed to find the perfect combination, at least for my turntable, which is produced by Stain Music. Now the perfect interface of Stain Music. Now these are extremely expensive. I think, in my opinion, these are too much expensive, because I had some benefits actually over the standard turntable mat of my Technics, but rather just a slight improvement. Considering that this typologies goes around 3, 4, even almost 500 euro. It's almost insane. I know, I made a mistake, my fault. I just was very, very, very curious, because it's a very special kind of turntable mat, because it's made out of a tapa. It's made from the tapa cloth tree. It's a very special kind of paper obtained from a tree, handmade in Japan, etc., etc., which should bring out the best from your turntable. And I must say that it is the best one that I tried after a few experiments. But after all, for the money, I would just stick with something more simple. And if you have to try just one type, I would go for a hard turntable mat, if you have a soft one, to see the differences. Because mostly in the lower frequency, in the bass, you will see more differences. Because usually when you're using something soft, the vibrations and the low frequencies are a little dampened. It depends. I mean, it depends from the cartridge, it depends from your arm. As I said, it depends from your turntable, from the table where it's setting, etc., etc., etc. I mean, there's so many variables. So the best thing is to experiment, but as I said, try something rigid, something stiff, a hard platter, which in most cases should turn out as the best solution. So before closing the video, I wanted to suggest this excellent web page by Rudolf Bruil on the turntable mat. Here you will find a lot of information on the main aspects that a turntable should deliver. You will have some information on the materials, on the history, as you can see, because there's been a lot of typologies during the last century, the effects that the different materials have, the different brands and labels that created different typologies through the years. I mean, here you will find a lot of information, I must say. It's an excellent web page, and if you want to know what, according to Bruil, is the best turntable mat, probably, I can already reveal you that the acrylic one is, according to him, one of the best typologies, even though you must check to see if it goes together with the rest of your setting, of your system. In any case, just head to a good store like this one. This one is based in the UK, but there are even in Amazon, I'm sure, because there's so many typologies. You just check them out. As I said, I'm more for something more rigid like this, but it depends. I mean, it really depends from which turntable you have. So at that point, once you find a good one you like on the soft side or one on the hard side, check in the various forums and things like that, and you'll see that you will find the right product for you. I hope you liked this video. I would put some recommendations here below in the video comments. Click that notification bell and subscription button if you're liking these videos, and hope to see you soon, guys. Bye!